My name is Josh McAllister. I've called this press conference to update the residents of Winn Parish. That's what the stay-at-home order means and how it affects us as a parish. I've invited several individuals from our community, our healthcare industry, as well as the school board and our mayor and some other jurors that were able to make it. We're also going to be willing to answer any questions through the live feed of the Winn Parish Journal and the Winn Parish Enterprise. We're very grateful that both of these entities are in Winn Parish and that they're trying to keep our public up to date as quick as possible on any news we receive. And we'll start on this end with Mr. Dino.
Great, thank you, Josh. So what a time to be in the healthcare business here in Winn Parish. I'm Dino Thornton, CEO of Winn Community Health Center Incorporated and Trinity Community Health Centers of Louisiana. We have clinics in Winn, Grant, Bienville, Lincoln, Avoyelles, and Rapides parishes. We are taking every precaution at our clinics that we can to make sure that the patient and our employees are kept as safe from this virus as we can. When a patient comes up to our clinic, we meet you at the door, take your temperature, and check you in and give you the option of sitting in your car instead of the lobby at this time. We are taking extra precautions in cleaning our facilities on a daily basis to make sure that all points of contact are as germ-free as possible. Our dental operation has been somewhat affected at Winn Community Dental, as the Louisiana Dental Association has restricted our ability to perform certain services that we usually offer. There is no cosmetic and no preventative services. Our dentist office remains open just to take care of those emergency situations and our patients who are in pain. Our pharmacy remains open at Winn Community Health Center. We encourage everyone to use the drive-through facility as much as possible to keep you from coming into the clinic and being exposed to anything that you may not want to be. As well as later this week, we expect to be able to start delivering pharmacy to your house so that you won't even have to leave. The main thing we've instituted in the last week and a half has been our telemedicine visits at Winn Community Health Center. You can have a doctor visit and a behavioral health visit from the comfort of your own home. This is done through your phone or your computer. You can call 318-209-4501 to schedule that visit, and we'll try to take care of you as much as possible. One of the frequent questions I get asked throughout the community as I get out is, do y'all have tests available at Winn Community Health Center? We have had those tests now for a couple of weeks. They're severely limited. We have a protocol set up to be able to receive those tests. It's 104-point temp when you come through the door. You have to pass a negative flu test and have respiratory issues. If anyone has any questions, I'm available at Winn Community Health Center to answer any more of your questions. Thank you.
Ms. Tammy.
I just would like to add that I would really appreciate everyone that could to stay home. The less circulated, the better. If you have to work, take all precautions. Wash your hands, wash your clothes. Try not to rub up against things that you know everybody else is rubbed up against. Just take extra precautions, guys. And if you need me, you know where I am. You know how to get a hold of me.
I'm George Moss, Mayor Winfield. As y'all know, the governor has issued a stay-at-home order effective at 5 p.m. this afternoon. One thing that I would like to say is what the stay-at-home order is not. It's not a quarantine. There are certain things we still can do and to get on with your lives. And this is from the office of the governor. These are things you can do. You can go to the grocery store, convenience store, or warehouse store. You can go to the pharmacy and pick up your medicines and other healthcare necessities. You can go to medical appointments, as Dino was just saying. You can go to the restaurants for take out and delivery or drive-through. You can care for sport for a friend or family member. You can take a walk, a ride, your bike, hike, jog, be in nature for exercise. Just keep at least 6 feet between you and others. You can walk your pets. You can help someone get supplies, and you can receive deliveries from stores. So those are things we can do. Also, I'd like to add too that the Presbyterian Church, the Caring and Sharing Group right now trying to put together care packages for different people, and they're taking anything from hygiene items to certain foods. So I'd like to share that with y'all. And that's all I have.
Ms. Dion?
I'm Dion Carpenter, District 2 I represent, and I would like to say to everybody, please be very cautious. This is critical times, but be cautious and make sure you obey the law of the lands. With all this said, please do what's said, and I thank you all very much.
Ms. Campbell?
I'm Kathy Hall, I'm the CEO of Winn Parish Medical Center. As Dino has gone through most of the guidelines for testing, we too are very, very limited at the hospital for the amount of tests. CDC is not recommending that everyone be tested. It depends on the severity of each individual case. As was mentioned, 100.4 temp, shortness of breath, coughing, a respiratory infection that is not improving. If you have those symptoms and you feel like you need to be seen, as many clinics are doing, the Winn Wellness Clinic is doing the same as well. We are meeting patients at the door. We're doing virtual visits, telemedicine visits to determine if that patient is qualified for testing. I think the biggest factor that we all need to remember, as the governor has said, for us to limit our visitation being out in the public. Healthcare workers at this time are in great stress. There's a lot of demand on the staff at this time. I know that I've been in contact on multiple occasions with the sheriff because there's a lot of rumors out there about what's going on in the community. The biggest thing that we can do to protect ourselves and our community is when we get a confirmed case, everyone will be notified that we have a confirmed case. At this point, we have had no confirmed cases in Winn Parish. It is surrounding us, yes it is. Do I think that we will get one? Yes. Is the hospital prepared? Yes. We have set up tents outside so that when you drive up to the ER of the hospital, there's a stop sign. There are 2 areas that we are treating patients. If a patient is a possible COVID-19, when they drive up, there's a stop sign, there's a direction, a sign that says COVID-19. We have registered nurses outside so that the physician can come and lay eyes on those individuals. Do they just need a test, or is it an acute issue that would require that they be admitted to the facility? So we have precautions in place. We're doing everything to prepare. Again, we just pray that God protects the community and that he protects our state. The other thing that I want to let everyone know is that as far as visitors into the hospital, we have limited visitors to the hospital. No visitors are allowed unless the circumstances such as you have a child that's 18 years or younger, they're allowed to have one parent. Everyone that comes into the hospital is being screened. All employees, all patients, and any visitor that is allowed to accommodate a sick patient. If they have a fever, they are not allowed to come into the facility. So we're following those guidelines. Again, if you needed to call for a visit, if you think that you have been sick and you need to call, you're welcome to call Winn Wellness Center. The number is 209-4646. It is up to the individual provider if they feel like they need testing. As all of you have heard in the news, there is a shortage. We need to save those for our geriatric population. We have 3 nursing homes surrounding us. If it gets to the point we need that, we want to save it for those patients. The other thing that we are asking is if another clinic needs to send someone who would be acute, that is a possible COVID-19 patient, please call our facility so that we can give you direction where they need to enter the facility. Thank you.
Sorry, I'm Matt Walton with Autumn Lees. I'm also the District 6 School Board member, so I'll speak briefly about the school board when I'm through. First, I want to say thank you to Josh and the jury for giving us the opportunity to speak to you and to the Journal and the paper for broadcasting and recording these things so that you can see what's going on in the community. At Autumn Lees, we greatly appreciate our families, our visitors, our activity people who volunteer and come in. Please know how much we miss you. We know that you miss, we know that you miss your loved ones, and I promise you they miss you. We have our iPad operation up and running. We have 2 iPads now. One of the bonuses of that is if for some reason you don't have an Apple device or a smartphone that you can Skype from, if you'll call and let us know, somebody will meet you out at your car and give you one of our devices, and we'll use the other one to go and let you communicate with your loved one. So we highly encourage you taking advantage of this and availing yourself of the opportunity. Megan Martin, our registered activity director, is doing a fantastic job with this. We've had so many success stories. Again, we know that you miss your loved ones, and I promise you they miss you. But we appreciate very much your agreeing to abide by the rules that have been put in place simply for the protection of our residents. As far as from the school board, many of you have seen this morning that Mr. Bartlett put out a memo that we will be suspending the grab-and-go meal pickup for the time being as a result of the governor's order. Now, please don't take that as me blaming the governor. The issue is mostly PPE and an inability to protect our own employees who are doing these things. As the disease processes through our community, there is absolutely lots of opportunity for us to pick this back up before school starts again, and if not, to integrate with the summer feeding program. So please don't think that we've completely washed our hands of this, but for the time being, there is no more grab-and-go food pickup after today. The people who came today picked up 4 meals, breakfast and lunch for today, breakfast and lunch for tomorrow, and we were at a little bit less than a 40% pickup rate, 39.6 or 8, something like that. I do want to encourage you as parents and guardians of children of Winn Parish to continue to stay in touch with your child's teacher, especially the principals. The teachers are working from home. Principals, however, are coming into their buildings. If you're having a hard time reaching a teacher, reach out to the principal through their email or through phone. I promise you somebody from the Winn Parish School Board will contact you back. We are very interested in making sure that you have the tools necessary to make sure that we don't lose all of the fantastic education that your children have learned so far this year. Thank you.
Thank you all, I appreciate it. We had a meeting this morning with all the entities here in the courthouse, and we felt it was in the best interest of the health of our workers to close the courthouse to the public. Most of the offices will still be working. I'm going to read the order that we put out this morning. Having declared a state of emergency on March 13th, 2020 in Winn Parish due to COVID-19, pursuant to additional measures from COVID-19 from the Governor John Bell Edwards on March 22nd, 2020 by proclamation number 33, effective on 5 p.m. March the 23rd, 2020, the Winn Parish Courthouse will be closed to the public under the authority of the Police Jury President, Josh McAllister. We're asking the public to conduct business by phone or fax to protect our employees working in our offices. Here's a schedule and the numbers. We'll post this. Both media sources will post it. I'm going to read some of them off. The schedules. Our clerk of court, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. till noon, will only accept emergency filings. Their phone number will be posted. The judge's office will be working Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:30 a.m. until noon. Will be closed Tuesday and Thursday. Ms. Kelly Willis is here to answer any questions about the judge's office. I think there's still some criminal court issues. Y'all may have to have court April the 6th.
Like the clerk's office, we are available in emergency type situations for, of course, law enforcement and anything else that takes place. Any emergency filings through the clerk's office, they know how to get us if we are not there. We do have juvenile court and some misdemeanor criminal court that first week of April 6th, 7th, and 8th. As of right now, it is still on. We will work under the guidelines of the Supreme Court, but we will post weekly notices for any updates, and again, we'll have the recording on our answering machine.
Thank you so much. The tax assessor's office will be working Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Their phone number will be posted. Registrar of voters, same schedule. Their phone number will be posted, and you can go to govote.com. Our police jury office will be working Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30 p.m. We're trying to, this is basically our command center for the police jury. I would like to personally thank Karen Tyler, who has worked tirelessly over the last couple of weeks on this, as well as the rest of the staff. Ginger and Michelle, our road crew, they're out working today. We feel that's an essential industry. They've got to keep our roads open, so they're doing a good job. They're working. We're going to kind of limit some of the staff here. We ask that if you do call, we're trying to prioritize anything due to COVID-19 first, and anything pertaining to this pandemic. Next, I'd like to talk about our library. As of Friday, we closed the library to the public, but we decided today to completely close the library until we reevaluate things in April. I have been in contact with the governor's office yesterday, all of our senators and representatives for Winn Parish this morning. I think we're in the best case scenario. I think Winn Parish is as prepared as any parish can be. We're very thankful that we do not have a case here, but we do have cases surrounding our borders, Grant Parish, Natchitoches, Lincoln, all of those kind of had the cases show up over the weekend. Dino could probably speak to them more than I could. As the update that was come out at 12 o'clock today, there's 1,172 confirmed cases in the state, affecting 41 of 64 parishes with 34 deaths. Just some more things. There's so much to cover. There's going to be traffic on our roads traveling back and forth to work. It's like George said, this is not a lockdown. You don't have to stay at home. Businesses will still be open for people who fall under essential workforce or critical infrastructure. If you can find examples of that at ldh.la.gov, we'll try to post all of this on this feed. I feel it's important to get the correct information out instead of some of the feed you're seeing on social media. I think we should go to the direct source. Also tonight at 7 p.m. the governor will have a roundtable discussion that will be aired on all LPB stations, or you can view it at lpb.org or gov.louisiana.gov. I think it'd be important for people to watch that. Something that I'm very proud of this parish about was yesterday, all the churches that were broadcasting their church services. That was great to see. I'm really proud that we've done that, and we encourage people to continue to have church in your own home if you feel like it. Also, one of the representatives, Gabe Ferment, wanted me to relay his contact info. He represents a part of Winn Parish here. We will post that contact info on the website, on this feed as well. We are extremely proud and grateful to the people of Winn Parish who are exceeding our expectations during this difficult time. Y'all have done an excellent job. We know it is hard to ask you to stay at home and not see your loved ones. But right now, we're trying to do what is best for the health of the immune compromised of this parish. And so we're very thankful to our citizens. We're going to get through this. We're in the best place we can be as a parish to be prepared for this. We have exhausted every measure we can to put ourselves in the right position. I would like to take questions if there's questions. Any more comments from any of our healthcare workers?
Josh,
or Mayor?
I'd just like to say, just because there has not been a case identified in Winn Parish yet, don't let your guard down. We have tested several people from our communities. It takes 4 to 10 days to get those test results back. So during that time, this virus could be spreading in our community without us knowing it. So please heed the warnings of our officials.
Just to make everyone aware, CDC website is another website that is very informational. Also, Louisiana has the 211 set up for anybody that would wanna call that number.
I have two online questions for Mr. Mayor Moss. Have y'all made any decisions on suspension of disconnect notices for water and electricity for the city?
Well, that's something we're looking at right now.
Okay. And then are all the public works departments still, they're
Yes.
still up and going?
Yeah,
The city?
at a limited basis.
Okay.
But they are there, of course, water, electricity, and the road crews are there, but on a limited basis. So we're trying to do as much as we can right now.
Okay, that's all I have.
Okay. Thank you.
Any more questions? I ask people of Winn Parish to act, as Dino just stated, act as if you already have the virus, if you care for your loved ones. Stay away from them. And the CISA website has essential business info as well. We know this is hurting our small businesses of this parish. That's our revenue source. That's our backbone here in Winn Parish. And we're gonna do everything we can to work with the federal government and the state government to start trying to get income to come in and help our parish. I ask Winn Parish residents to support your local businesses during this time. If at all possible, get out and try to support your
Buy
local
local.
businesses. Buy local, please.
The mom and pops are really hurting, from this. They need all the support they can get.
Once again, I ask for your prayers for the workers of the jury, the workers in the courthouse, the city, the healthcare workers, our jurors, as we try to make decisions that affect this parish in a way we've never seen before. But these guys and girls are out working countless hours. So if y'all have any questions, my telephone number is 318-332-9699. Anything I can answer, I'm willing to do whatever we can. So if there's no more questions, we appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oops.